Hello, welcome to this reading. Happy Beltane. This is just a real quick one. Let's just see the general vibe of today, May 1st, and for the month of May. Wind, moon, hummingbird. Okay, a lot of motion forward, manifestation, fast moving energy. It's spring. And yeah, it's this month, it's this time of year. That's the general vibe. I would say the thing about wind is you can't catch it unless you open your sail, right? So how can you be more receptive to the blessings that are pushing you, propelling you forward? I think that's why so many spiritual teachers make such a big deal out of meditation. It's because in that receptive state, you're training yourself to be more open to receive good things and not just manifesting automatically without steering your consciousness. All this beautiful high vibrational energy is just available. And so how are we going to hook into that part of ourselves and harness it? And this is open to everybody. You don't have to be special to tap into this kind of beautiful, loving energy. I had a really good dream last night where the energy was really high and bright and beautiful and loving. In my dream, though, I kept getting distracted. I had all these things I was carrying around, and I was digging in the dirt, finding them, and I was talking to people, finding them, and I was wandering off and getting away from that part of my dream. I found that really symbolic because that's exactly what this reading is about too. It's like it's available, it's there. We can get so far away from the goodness of life that we can't find it right away. We can't feel it at that moment, but it is there. So if you are feeling a bit down or like pretty far from that level of consciousness, just remember that it's there and have that faith that it's just there waiting for you to connect to it. And how can we do that? Sometimes it's better to start just trying to reach neutrality if you're actually feeling negative, because from neutrality it's a lot easier to get to the positive wavelengths. If you're feeling negative, it's kind of like it's just time to do a lot of self-care, try to quiet your mind, do small activities that, especially if they get you outside, that cheer you up a little bit. Sunlight, drink some water, drink tea, eat something that's healthy that you love, talk to people that you love that don't trouble you, like that sort of thing. So, the world there's portals to everything in our minds if we tune in to it. What's most important to you? It might not be good to go directly for it if it seems like there's a lot of obstacles, but sometimes it's almost like you could find a substitute and make kind of an end run at things through a weird proxy, like anything that you can do to get your mood up there, because that's what your most attractive quality is going to be, is to be happy within yourself and emitting that kind of beautiful energy that you do when you discover how to do that. So there's a lot of, I've been getting a lot of pentacles and discs lately in general. Remain grounded. There's all this beautiful energy of spring and high vibrations of the land waking up and what's going on in the human's consciousness right now. But in order to even access any of that stuff, we have to go back to the basics, as always, and focus within ourselves. I mean, if you're already in a super amazing mood and you're not basing that mood on something that might just, run away, but you're able to maintain that within yourself, then just go with that. But if you're struggling in that department at all, it's time to get back to the basics and the practices that are always recommended, that are handed down. There is great wisdom just naturally available through our holographic minds. And there is great support always available to every human that sincerely asks for it. Let's do some of these. So it's good to take whatever blessings we have and use them. Like, I know for me, sometimes the temptation is to never wear any of my favorite clothes because, I don't know, I might mess them up or I'm saving them. But I don't think that's good. I think it's good to just wear that stuff. It's like, take your blessings today. And be thankful for your blessings today. You gotta kind of look at it from the perspective of yourself in the future. Or think back to yourself in the past. What advice would you give yourself in the past? What advice would you give to yourself as a child? There's also a future version of you with advice for you. Try to feel into that. Try to feel into the joy of life. It's actually really important. It helps everyone. And if there's something that's bothering you, it really helps to sincerely ask for help to deal with it. Help is available, and miraculous things will really just sort of slide into your existence when you tap into that. That's totally something that happens. Have some faith and keep an open heart. There's a certain attitude you can adopt that's very helpful for attracting solutions. It's an openness and the ability or the willingness to sort of let go of the problem a little bit, even though it's really hard, I know. And that allows like an opening for a solution to come, whether it's a straight up miracle or just a practical solution, whether you're just catching a break or something even cooler than that. Yeah, take a leap of faith. You can trust yourself, and you can trust the good side of the universe. Being a human is so chaotic. Sometimes it can seem negative, but there's just like this beautiful infrastructure of energy here too, and there's so much angelic assistance and all kinds of help and beings here to help us. And we want to be free. We want to be free, and they want us to be free. There's no conflict there. Sometimes situations with other people can seem extremely difficult, or like one is just contractually bound, or like, you know, you don't have a chance to change somebody else's mind. But a miracle can happen there too, no matter how difficult that person is. If you can loosen up your energy around it, you can kind of retrain them and their position in your life. And it has nothing to do with them being an empathetic person or something like that. They don't need to have any certain qualities for you to change your relationship dynamic if somebody's giving you a hard time. And I've been there before. I know how hard it is to feel like somebody else has control over your life. And I think that the reason it feels so bad is because part of your soul is screaming at you that it's not really true. They don't really have control over your life. You just haven't mastered the situation yet, and that's okay, because you will, you can. You have to find that opening within yourself where you can kind of let it go in its specific form. Sometimes we hold these things in being by paying attention to them in the way that they exist now. But anything can shift and move, and there's a way out of any situation if you keep an open mind. It's easy to get caught up in thoughts of like really self-despair, hating another person, or something like that. But that stuff just won't help you. And I know those emotions are hard to let go of if it's been bothering you, especially for a long time. So that's where that element of faith comes in, because freedom is possible in this lifetime. Take a minute. Thank your own heart. Remember that you're just a beautiful soul, just having a temporary human experience. Everything can shift while we're here. Nothing is really nailed down. It's good to strive for joy within ourselves. If there's anything difficult going on, give yourself permission to let it go. It doesn't mean letting go of the part that you want from it. Just let go of the grief and the strife you've been putting yourself through, because it's not helping the situation. And people will really respond to a shift in your frequency in ways that can seem miraculous. Well, yeah, have some faith. There's a lot of spiritual support here, and you didn't come here to just be miserable. If you've been having trouble, try to get your feet in the dirt. Try to visit running water. Try to get a little sun on your face, but not too much, because it can give you a burn. Take care of yourself. And most importantly, it's time to connect to the joyful stream that goes within you, that is pulling you forward to your next life within this life, and to joy. Believe in yourself. It's most helpful first thing in the morning to remind yourself to keep the faith and to try to stay on the joyful side, because anything that you do in the morning can resonate throughout your day. Okay, I probably will think of things after this is over, but I think that's all I have for this moment. So, happy May. I'll be back for the full moon. Have a really, really beautiful week and day and month. Okay, bye.